Hello, thank you for joining us. I'm Stephanie Barugian.
And I'm Evan Onstock. KC24 is your local election headquarters. The polls are open for the next 3 hours on this primary day. You have until 8 to make your voice heard in a number of races, including the one for governor. Our Christina Tatro has been following the race. She joins us live in studio today.
We started with 27 candidates, and by the end of this primary, we'll be down to 2. The latest polls are showing the top runners, Democrats Antonio Villaraigosa and Gavin Newsom, and Republican John Cox.
Great place to be. I'll be right back.
Tuesday morning, the gubernatorial candidates hit the polls.
I'm John Cox.
Hi, Myra.
Republican candidate John Cox, endorsed by President Trump, spoke against the state's Democratic leadership.
They have given us the worst roads in the country. They've given us one of the worst school systems, despite spending more and more money. We don't have enough water because they tear down reservoirs instead of building them. Our housing costs are easily twice, maybe 3 times what they are in most other states.
Everybody.
Up north, Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom, with children in hand, casted his vote in San Francisco.
Yeah, I feel good. I mean, we've been all over the state. We did 36 town halls. We've been at 23 cities in the last 6 days on this bus tour, which was a lot of fun, especially hanging out with the kids in those last few days. And been, look, every part of the state. We've made a strong case, I think, for our candidacy.
The top 2 finishers will move on to the November ballot regardless of their party. And in a few minutes, we'll be hearing from another top Democratic contender, Antonio Villaraigosa. Reporting live in the studio, Christina Tatro, KC24, local news that matters.
Back now to our coverage of today's primary and a governor's race that has had candidates like Antonio Villaraigosa campaigning up and down the state for well over a year. All that work, and tonight it ends for all but 2 of the candidates.
Lori Lizarraga covering the Villaraigosa campaign for us live from Los Angeles. And Lori, he's fighting to be back on the ballot in November.
That's right. We're at City Market Social House here in downtown LA, where, as you said, former Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa intends to arrive here in the next several hours. That is once polls close. The campaign has told us that they'll be working up until the very last minute, 7:59. That includes those who are still out canvassing downtown LA for votes for Villaraigosa in the race to replace Governor Jerry Brown, a head-spinning field of 27 candidates. And the big question today isn't so much who will place first. That's almost certain to be Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom, a former mayor of San Francisco. But who will place second? If his main Democratic challenger, former Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa, takes the spot, the general election could be very close come November. Villaraigosa is recently polling in 4th, according to Real Clear Politics polling data, just hours before the polls close. And unfortunately for Villaraigosa, Los Angeles County voters historically fall short in voter turnout. In the Southern California area represents 2/3 of the state. But his senior advisor, Mike Madrid, says Villaraigosa is confident and has been working hard in recent weeks and over the past 2 years for his 2018 election day. Villaraigosa will be here in the next several hours to ring in these results. We won't have any of those results until, as I said, after 8 p.m. when the polls close, but we'll be here to see all of it, and we'll bring you those updates as we get them. Until then, live in downtown LA, KC24, News That Matters.